please sing. Come on. Good boy. No. Back it up. Please. Thank you all very much. Look, yeah, we're going to talk about and work with this fella. Look, please don't think at any given stage that this animal is trained, tamed or trusted. Okay, because he's definitely not. Now, Jace, do you want to go around there and just move him for me so I can get in here, please? It would be muchly appreciated. Yeah, he's not trained, tamed or trusted, okay? All I'm going to do throughout this show is just stir him up a little bit, play off his instincts, stir him up a bit professionally for your benefit. Now, just while he's standing here, you'll see he's a beautiful looking creature. Crocodiles are actually half-tailed by measurement, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Half-tailed by measurement. That tail is purely there for propulsion in the water. So look, he's capable of speeds of 25, 30 kilometres an hour in the water. So it's not a very good idea to actually go walking with these animals. I'd love that stick, please. Now, this stick, folks, as you saw Jason demonstrate, is just for splashing the water. I'm never going to hit this animal on the head with a stick. Crocs have the ability to learn things that are associated to their survival. Now, if I was to hit this fellow on the head with a stick, tomorrow when Jason or Shane or someone else comes in to do the show and they start splashing the water, stomping their feet, Croc's going to stay out there in the middle of the water. He's going to go, mate, I'm not coming out. I came out yesterday and you hit me on the head with a stick. So I won't be doing that at all. I'm just going to use it to move him around. You'll notice that you splash the water and these animals are able to, they will move to where the splashing of the water is. Come on, mate, move. Please have remote control, move. And that's because, look, Crocs have excellent eyesight, smell and hearing. But their eyesight, smell and hearing is very similar to our own, in a sense that it's designed for an aerial environment. It's not designed for an aquatic environment. So when he submerges, no longer worries about his eyesight, smell or his hearing. What he works off are all these nerve endings that he's got. Now, they run around the top of the lower jaw, down the sides of the body, and they're what we call pressure sensors. They are there to detect vibrations. So if you're up on holiday and you're like me, you love a bit of fishing, you walk down to a waterhole up here in northern Australia, before you've even thought of a crocodile, if there's a crocodile in that waterhole, he will sink to the security of the water. Now, he does not have to come up to have a look or a listen to know where you are. He can tell where you are by you just moving around the bank of the creek. And what he'll do is this. Park himself in, he'll just move around, slowly move in, park himself in what he believes to be the perfect spot, and then just wait for that opportune moment to launch the attack. What do you reckon, folks? Should I give him an opportunity? Yeah, nothing like stirring up a crocodile, is there, kids? They're very tough in our Cairns, folks. Very tough. So yeah, just by splashing the water, I give him the opportunity. He can't help himself. Has to come out and have a look and a listen. Now, folks, I'll just let you in on a bit of a secret. This animal, you can't see him now, he's disappeared. He's in that much water. Just goes to show, you know, you don't need to be in deep, around deep water to have to worry about a crocodile. We are looking at the masters of the ambush attack. They wouldn't have survived on Earth for this long if they weren't good at what they do, would they? No, well, you're looking, 230, 240 million years crocodilians have been on the planet. Adopted this body form about 150, fossil records suggest, about 150 million years ago. The only change to present day is they've shrunk in size. The reason? Their prey has shrunk in size. If you're a crocodile, 60 million years ago, you're predating on dinosaurs and all the large megafauna that's roaming the planet back in them days. You needed to be 10, 15 metres in length. Nowadays, what's the biggest food item? Pig, cow, wallaby, dingo, English tourist. There's no need to be 10 metres in length, is there? So they top out at about 6 metres these days. They recently trapped one not long ago in the Philippines. 6.1 metres. Now that fella would weigh about probably 12, 13, maybe 1400 kilograms. This fella's 3.8 metres, ladies and gentlemen. He is a male. We know this because he's been born and bred here at Hartley's. And Crocs lack sex chromosomes, a bit like my good friend Jason over here. And anyone else from New South Wales? No, I'm only joking. We got state of origin, that's all I have to say. And look, yeah, they lack sex chromosomes. So when it comes to determining the sex of an embryo crocodile, genetics and chance play no role. Gender of sex is determined by the actual egg temperature during the incubation period. And of course, on the farm, we breed for males. 32.6 degrees Celsius, and we get roughly 90% males. Now, did you notice, I'll give you another demonstration. You have a look at this fella. He's able to move through roughly that much water, a foot of water, and he won't even disturb the surface. Watch, I come over here and splash, do some fishing. You notice, come on. But he's able to move just beneath the surface of the water and he won't disturb the surface. Now the reason, or the theory behind that has to do with all the bumps that run down his back. Those bumps are called scoots. They do serve a few purposes for the animal. Firstly, solar panels. A lot of blood vessels on the top, and by having raised skin surface area, there's a lot more surface area to offer to the sun than what it would if it was flat. Directly beneath the skin, there is what we call the osteoderm. Now, osteo means bone, and derm means skin. And it is exactly that. It is a free-floating piece of bone within the skin. Acts as body armour, makes it very tough. But if you look at those bumps that run down his back, you know, before I started working with crocodiles, I assumed that they just ran in a straight line. But if you look closely, you will notice they don't. They're all slightly offset. Now, by being offset, the theory is that they create countercurrents with the surface of the water. And that enables crocs of this size and larger to swim through ankle-deep water, knee-deep water, and not disturb the surface, which is a very important trait to have when you rely on the ambush attack for survival. Very important trait at all. Did you see his teeth when he come out charging? Yeah, big teeth. He's got 66 teeth in his mouth. He will replace them every 18 months to 2 years throughout his life. You imagine if we'd evolved to do that. Think of all the money we'd all be saving in toothbrushes, toothpaste and dental bills. Sorry if there's any dentists out here, mate, but fair dinkum, you're charged worse than a wounded bull. Shocking. His teeth, did you see the shape of them? How were they? What was the shape? Kind of triangle. His teeth are rounded, okay, they're conical. They have no cutting edge whatsoever. His teeth are purely designed to grit, perforate, interlock and hold. Which means he grabs my little finger, pinches the skin on my wrist, my elbow. I am not going anywhere other than where he chooses to take me. Which is going to be straight back into the deep water. A lot of people are surprised at the amount of food this animal requires. The stomach capacity, only the size of the animal's head. So if he grabbed me when I come out here, yeah, you're going to get some good photos. But he'd only be able to eat my arm or my leg. You'd all be calling me Lefty or Stumpy for the rest of the day. It is impossible for him to eat all of it. He just cannot do it. Now, do you want to throw me a bit of food, mate, please? Because he's looking pretty keen today, so I'll see if he's up for a bit of a chew. This way. He sensed Jason's footprints, those nerve endings. Yeah, I'll try the chicken head first, a little nugget. We like chicken nuggets. He's just sensed those footprints. He doesn't have to come up and look at it. We'll see how keen he is for food today. I'm not too sure how he's going to react. You know what I think this time of day, right now, when I'm standing here? career choices, don't we? Career choices. Oh, I should have took that. Should have been a dentist, yeah. Come on, lift that head, boy. Crikey! He wasn't looking at the chicken at all, was he? He was looking at the turkey holding the chicken. Come back this way. Come on. Here. Coming up. Good boy. Just give him a little bit of food to warm him up. So, stomach capacity, size of the head. Alright? Teeth, not designed to cut, purely designed to grip, perforate, interlock and hold. So when this animal pulls down those large prey items, pulls down a horse or a cow or something, how's he going to tear his food apart? By not having cutting edges on his teeth, he cannot be like a shark. Swim up to that prey item, grab that bite-sized chunk and swim away. His teeth don't allow him to do it. So he will do one of two things. Firstly, he may roll. Do the crocodile roll. Media call it death rolling, but ladies and gentlemen, it is not death roll. This animal will not roll you to death. He will roll for two reasons. Reason number one is to break a prey item's footing. Let's just say, for instance, I'm standing over here waffling on, spot a pretty lady in the audience, totally forget about this fella. He comes up and grabs hold of my leg. I'm going to instinctively, bang, grab hold of this fence. Right? Look, he may be 250 kilos, 3.8 metres, but in a tug of war, I could hold him. He doesn't have a lot of pulling power in his legs. He's only got those short legs, they come out laterally. Doesn't have a lot of pulling power. But he's going to check. I just had the vision. Could you picture it? I'm holding on to this fence. Hagrid's thrashing around on the end of my leg. Everyone in the crowd's going, yeah, this is what we paid for. But like I said, I could hold this animal. But this animal will cheat. He will cheat. Instinctively. He will suck his eyes inside the skull. His legs will then align the body. And the animal's going to spin. Now folks, 250 kilos spinning on the end of my leg. I think when I got hold of, I'd be letting go of it rather quickly. Don't you? That's when he'll do the big U-turn, take me out of that deep water, sit me on the bottom, hold me there. Just sit me on the bottom. I'm holding my breath. He's holding his breath. On a stressful dive like that, myself, I'd be lucky to hold my breath 30 seconds. Him, on a dive like that, I'll be thrashing around, so he's going to be burning up some energy. Half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to lose. No doubt about that. A bit like West Coast coming up this weekend. Now, go the Hawks. But then he's faced with the problem, he's got to tear me apart. He cannot be like that shark. Take that bite-sized chunk, swim away. He's got to physically rip me apart. So he'll either roll and tear the arm, the leg, clean out of the socket, or partially or wholly, he will lift his head up above the surface of the water and whip it violently from side to side. Now, what's in his mouth will stay and what isn't flung off. And I'm pretty sure the way this animal's reacted so far, he is going to demonstrate at least one of those activities for us today. What do you reckon, Jace? Do you think he's going to be up for it, mate? By the way, folks, this is Jason. I'm sure some of you would have met him throughout the day. He's what's classified as my guard. I'm sure you can understand doing an activity like this, it could be classified as being dangerous. So I am legally required to have a guard. Now the job of the guard is that if this fella grabs hold of me, he's meant to come and save me. I know what he'll do. He'll run around the What are my chances, Chase? Ah, they've just gotten a lot slimmer now. 40, 60. You want this stick to move him around? This fella loves what I've got in my hand here, folks. What I have here in my hand, I'm not going to show it to him yet because I've got to get in there to do this. It's a bit of cowhide on the end of the rope. It's what we call a bait. We used to use the next door neighbour's cat, but RSPCA come and had a go at us about that. And said it was cruel to animals. You seen the devastation cats do to Australia? I thought we'd do Australia a problem, a favour. But yeah, no, cruelty to animals, so we got a bit of cowhide. It's on the end of the rope. What I'm going to do is when this fellow actually lets me back in, I'm going to throw it to him. He then is hopefully going to grab hold of it. And then depending on the way I work the rope and play off his instincts is depending on what he'll do, whether he'll head shake or roll or things like that. Splash that water. Here, oh, well, I've got it hidden. Come get him, maybe. Good work, Jason. Thanks, mate. You're a nice bloke. Saying what everyone else said about. As you can see, a lovely chunk of cowhide, end of the rope. And like I say, yeah, I'll give it to him. Better get in quick. I'll give it to him. And this fella is going to come out, have a go at me. I'll throw him this bait and get it on. Coming? I know. Crikey, did you hear that? Jaw slap, folks. You southerners wolf dogs. I'm safe in the water when I know he's got something in his mouth. Don't you dare let go of that now. Now, depending on the way we work this, is depending on what this animal's going to do for us today. Working around, and let's go. Head shake. Come on, give us a big head shake. Come on, straight away. Okay. Oh, don't you dare drop that bait. Come on, let's go. This is where I need that volunteer. Look at this, she's almost crying. I already discussed it with the father. We worked it out. We're thinking all the money will be saved. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, that's not good. How about on? Oh, get that over your nose. Don't want to get too deep. There we go. Roll. Keep going. Yeah, that was a shocking roll. It was like Jason on Friday night. Come on, let's go again. That's it. It's a bit slow, that roll, isn't it? One more go. Good boy. Well, you know what? You get the... A bit further that way and you get them at the front row. You get the idea, don't you, folks? I am just going to let him get his breath back, folks. No, not me, mate. I'm as fit as a fiddle without strings. Nah, it's this fella here, mate. Crocs, believe it or not, extremely low endurance animals. Oh, thanks for that, mate. I'm happy because I tell you what, if he was full of beans, I'd be gone now. Have a look, folks. Watch what he does with his eyes as soon as I pull this rope. See his eyes gone? It's an instinctive defence mechanism. The eye is the only vulnerable part on the head of the crocodile. He loses his eyesight, it's going to be detrimental to his survival. So of course, the eyesight is undoubtedly very important to him. Now what I'm going to do, I'll let that go slack, because what I've got to get this fella to do is think he's killed that food item. And then he's going to have to try and swallow it. You notice when a croc lays there with their mouth open, you can't see down their throat? It's because the tongue's modified at the back of the throat, and it's modified into what is called the palatal valve. Now the purpose of the palatal valve is it blocks the back of the animal's throat. So it allows your crocodiles to catch prey, drown prey underwater, have their mouth open, don't drown themselves. So when it comes to any crocodile feeding while they're in the water, their head must physically breach the surface of the water for them to be able to swallow that food item. What I'm doing now is I'm going to trick him. Well, I'm hopefully going to trick him. I'm going to hope he thinks that he's got that prey on him dead. So then he's going to go and try and swallow it. As he lifts his head up, opens his mouth to throw it back, and with my ninja-like reflexes, I'm going to rip it out of his mouth. That's the plan. Folks, this fella's held on to this bait till 9 o'clock sometimes, so we love the overtime, folks. But we'll see what happens. Come on, mate, now. Lift that nose. It's dead. You got it. And just while I'm waiting, has anyone got a question? Any questions at all? Yes, darling? His name's Hagrid. Hagrid, because of the head on him. He's got a big buff head on him, like that fella out of the Harry Potter movies. Hagrid. Look, when it comes to naming crocodiles, to be honest, you can call him whatever you want. I can't say, hey, Hagrid, please drop. Not going to happen. Yeah, look, we give these animals names just so we can associate with them. But yeah, his name's Hagrid. We got quite a few funny names around the place. Spartacus in the 11 o'clock lagoon there. He's a big Spartacus dude. Every place has got a killer, a psycho, Hagrid. The way he's how stubborn he is, should call him Sky after my wife. Hey, it's why I come to work, mate. You know what they say? Bad day at work's better than a good day home with the wife. I'm only joking. My wife's beautiful. I'm mistaken that one, isn't it? Come on. No questions? Nothing you've ever wondered about these animals? Yeah, oh, he's coming up now. Nothing you've ever wondered? Never wondered how to get away from one? To get hold of you? Yeah, I have. Think of it quite often. They say you can do that classic eye gouge. Look, it has worked sometimes, other times it hasn't. You know, it's very hard to do with that, with the way they suck that eye inside the skull. I might just walk on this side of the cage. Feel a bit safer over here. And yeah, look, it has worked on a few occasions, sometimes it hasn't. Anyone been told how you run away from a crocodile? Have you heard of that, them stories? You haven't heard of them? Zigzag, running circles. Look, the Australian Bush Survival Men will print out, and they will print a whole page dedicated to running from crocodiles. And they state that when it comes to running from crocodiles, you've got to first start running in a circle. Running in a circle. You're going to get a big surprise halfway around that circle, aren't you? And then they say you've got to change to zigzag. Why? Folks, they believe that by turning to zigzag, they believe that, oh no, that if you change to zigzag, what will happen is you will confuse the animal. Ladies and gentlemen, crocs have got a brain the size of the head, the size of a golf ball. He would not have the thought process to be able to get confused. And seriously, at that point in time, who is going to think of that? Oh, standing on the bank of the creek fishing. Oh, look, here comes a crocodile. I think he's going to launch an attack. I think I better get ready to start running in a circle. Mate, when it comes to running from crocodiles, well, firstly, you don't know about the attack. It's an ambush attack. So you've got no idea it's coming. It just happens. First time you know about croc attack is in a big swirl of water and teeth and the animal grabs hold of your leg. Folks, if you get the opportunity to run from a crocodile, my advice, run in a straight line, preferably away from the animal. Quick as you can, as fast as you can. Push everybody else out of the way. Do not fall over. Do not hit a tree and bounce back into it. And you won't have a problem. It's not hard. Pushing everybody else out of the way, that's called natural selection. I mean, fair dinkum. Jace. Here, Jace. I'm going to introduce these beautiful people to Hagrid, to Bart. Jace, you're quicker than me, you're younger than me. You don't have children. That's my excuse. Where's Chucky? Can I have Chucky? No. Chucky, folks. I'll introduce you to Chucky. Plays an intricate part in the show. Half brothers back at the prep shed. Look at him, isn't he gorgeous? Folks, we do have another crocodile here. Right? This animal, folks, this animal over here, look, I wouldn't work every day of the year. So we can't expect our animals to. So we give them rests and give them a bit of a holiday. Oh! I'm losing your rope. Look at that, Jace. Go, Jace. You have it. Take your shoe off, quick. You want a hand, mate? You right? Get that shoe off. People frown upon us doing the show barefoot. They think the workplace health and safety isn't that dangerous. Do you think shoes going to help you if he gets hold of you? I don't think it's going to make much difference. But I'll introduce you to this fella. Are you home? Are you home, big fella? Let's see if you're home. Where are you? Where are you, Bart? Come on, up you come. There he is, yeah. Bart's home. And again, nice and high. Everyone wants to see you. I'll introduce you to you this side. There he is, chicken, not the turkey. He's looking at me. Here, do. Up. That's Bart. Bart is roughly the same age as this fella. Actually, he's a little bit old. Chucky lost his head, folks. I am going to feed Bart some. Hey, you dropped it, Joe. Still good? Alright, we're going to have to get this out. We are going to have to work this now. Here we go. Come on. My reflexes just aren't up to scratch. Folks, those that have that 340 boat, my advice is don't stress. The two boat drivers are right here, so you don't panic. What we'll do is once Jason uses his reflexes and gets this food out of this fella's mouth, then I'll give him one last feed. And we'll go from there. Let me just flash this. He raised his head last time. Too many things going on confusing. Here we go, Jace. Here we go, mate. Don't stop it up, mate. No pressure. Well done, Jace. You can take that, go. I don't want that. This is what we call a hand feed, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, because we are pushed for time now because Attac wasn't playing the game properly, I'm just going to... Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's shocking. That's a bit big for him, you know. Let me just use it with a bit of skin on it. Oh, it's not the nicest tasting stuff. Needs those 7 herbs and spices. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this right. Look, folks, but before I do, I'm just going to let you on a few things. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, we do get often asked, you know, where to swim safely. Look, ladies and gentlemen, your beaches, relatively safe from crocodiles. Okay? You rarely get them out the front. Don't swim off the beach at night. These animals are primarily nocturnal. Okay? And they will head out chasing fish and stuff. You rarely get them out the front because the water's too clean and clear. They love this murky, muddy water. If you're going to swim at the beaches, folks, we've had a very long stinger season this year. Do it in the confines of a stinger net. Those box jellyfish, very, very dangerous. The most venomous thing known to man on this planet. Okay? Very dangerous. Don't risk it. It's not worth the risk. Alright? One of them nail you, excruciating pain, running out of the water. You probably die 10 minutes on that beach within 10 minutes. Very, very dangerous. So swim in the confines of those stinger nets. And from what I've heard, because of the season, I reckon it's going to be roughly the end of May before the stingers are gone. So be aware of that. There are plenty of places that are safe. My advice, you want to swim in far northern Australia, between the sharks, the stingers, the stonefish and then the crocodile? Swimming pool, ladies and gentlemen. Swimming pool. There are places like Mossman Gorge, Babinda Boulders. Watch out for the cassowaries at Babinda. And then they kicked someone off the cliff the other day from WA, so it was no great loss. Not our fault he's 2 hours behind and we'll never catch up. But yeah, look, they're safe because the clear water, freshwater, rocks and rapids, they're not going to stop this fella. There's one thing that will stop a crocodile. Cold water. You're looking at a solar heated animal. They cannot maintain those body temperatures in the cold rainforest streams. Stick to that and you shouldn't have a problem. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just balk him and I'm going to go over there, stomp my feet and stuff. He's going to come up, I'll show him the chicken and he's going to come across there. If he stays on the top of the water, gold. He's focusing on the chicken. If he goes underneath, not so much gold. He's focusing on the turkey legs, so just be aware of that. Now, I'm just going to balk him a bit first, and then we'll do it. Come on, up, stay up, stay up, up. All right. Related to the Tassie Devil. 4:15 down the bottom, feed the cassowaries, okay? And then if we do save the most exciting things to last, what are we going to do for you at 4:30, ladies and gentlemen? Hop on the bus, feed the koalas, folks. Exciting stuff, mate. Honestly, look, when that fresh gum goes into their enclosure at 4:30, it is undoubtedly the biggest moment in their day. And those teddies, folks, they might actually move. But ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you all enjoyed that show. I'd like to thank you all very, very much. Thank you very much.
You what?
When he just jumped up.
Was it scary?
It was very scary.
Yeah, it was quite scary, wasn't it? Yeah.